guys, today I'm here with Kelly and we're gonna be following Kids Bop dance videos and you guys should follow along. Me and Kelly are definitely great dancers, so yeah.
Alright, welcome everybody. We're playing a game of hot potato today. Hot potato, if you guys don't know how to play, we'll be passing the ball around, and then when the music stops, that person loses. And we'll tally the points. Hope you guys enjoy.
Oh, we can pass it anyway?
Yeah. Alright, Betsy. Alright, Betsy. I think you take that one, right? Alright, kids, be gentle. Be gentle, please.
I'm so sorry, Darren.
Kind of hard.
Alright, let's keep going.
Okay, I'll do next time.
Practice your reaction skills.
I'll take it.
Okay.
That's funny.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Alright, so it's looking pretty close so far. Darren hasn't got one yet. So let's keep it going. Everyone throw at Darren. I think it's Darren.
Okay.
Oh wow. Pretty close game, everybody.
All
Pretty
tied
close
up,
game.
alright?
All tied up.
I'm sweating.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Darren.
Alright. Two. It's hot.
I think it was me actually.
Okay.
Wait.
Oh, you
Yeah,
take
just
that?
Stop
Go
the
take
clock.
that. Great.
Alright.
Alright. Let's keep going. I'm sweating.
This music likes me, huh?
Well, if anything, you can just use the iMovie music. I don't know if they said but...
Ah! Oh! I think that was that me? I think that was Brock. Okay. Alrighty, Brian, let's go.
Water?
Alright, let's get a cup of
Alright, I'll get you should have took that second. Sadly everyone, I lost. So I have to do the straight arm challenge, and for you guys who don't know what that is, I have to drink the water with a straight arm. Or drink for how long?
I don't know, just try to get some in your
Alright, we're just
Wait,
gonna
I can't
try.
really see your arm when...
We're just kinda try it then. Okay. Alright, I think I'm done with this.
Don't try this at home, kids.
I got my nose. Welcome back, everybody. This is round 2 of Hot Potato. As you can see, we have Miss Ashley here joining us because I sadly lost. But let's get this game started. Ashley,
That's
Ashley, I got this.
Hey, you can't do that.
Alright, we're starting.
Wait.
Oh. That's bullying.
All right, it's Ashley again.
You're picking on me. Wait, we need the segment to be short, so everyone actually. Hey, that was you, man. It was right here. And I think you
Wait, let's start counting.
Wait, is this really how you guys play that?
Hey, you gotta
Give
be
it to
fair.
you, give it to Daryl.
Let's not be too ridiculous. In a hot potato, you can't drop there. You hospitality team. This is not how to be hospitable.
Alright guys, as you can see, Ashley sadly lost. I think it's the chair.
No, you gotta do the challenge.
Alright, now we'll go into Ashley doing the challenge.
Woo!
Ashley, what do you have to say?
I feel like they picked on me, and I feel a little ganged up on, but I'll do the challenge anyway.
That was the plan. Alright, thank you everybody.
I'm never joining.
Alright everyone, we're walking to the garage now and we're going to the filming area. Say hi everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Hi. Hi. Alright, we'll see you there.
Go.
Okay, everyone, that concludes Morning Sweat with me and Nicole. Did you guys follow along with us while we were dancing? Comment down below. We're waiting. Come on. Awesome. So now me and Nicole are gonna go do more kids pop dances. So we'll see you guys next time. Bye. Bye.
Hey, it's Vince. So here's the plan right now. Making chicken quesadillas. I was feeling Mexican, and I wanted to do something easy. Doesn't take that much time. So that's what we're gonna make. I have a secret for you guys. It's a secret to make it taste a lot better. But I'll show you when I make it. To start off, I bought some chicken. We're gonna marinate it. What we're gonna do is we're gonna cut it up into smaller strips and then marinate it. It doesn't hurt to flavor some chicken. Great. So what I'm gonna do is, usually you just wanna, at least for me, I find that if you do like the simple spices, it's better. So I'm gonna be using pepper, garlic, salt, and I'll figure out what else. Okay, so here's another checkpoint. Off camera, I was able to chuck at all 2 chicken thighs and cut into small pieces. And what I'm gonna do right now is marinate it a little bit. I'm gonna put some garlic salt. This is just like based off what kind of seasoning I like. Obviously pepper. And I'm gonna marinate it a little bit. Make sure that it's pretty good, the seasoning. So I'm not gonna overdo this seasoning. Just because I know that I'm gonna be putting a lot of cheese into it, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm just gonna put a little bit more. I just want to get it so that the chicken has some flavor in it, not just chicken flavor. So pepper and salt will actually do just fine for that. Once I finish marinating it, I'm going to be cooking the chicken first because obviously meat takes longer to cook. And then after I'm done with the meat, we will be starting on the quesadilla part, which is actually a lot easier than you think. Okay, we are just about to start cooking the chicken. So what I started doing was I got a pan, I put some oil on it, and now I'm going to wait for it to heat up. Pretty hot now. I'm just going to put the chicken in And then I'm gonna get some tongs and I'm just gonna cook it. I'm gonna put it in slowly. Again, for these, we just wanna make sure that it's cooked. Don't really care if it's kind of flavorless because the cheese and the guac is already very powerful. This is just what I'm gonna do for the next 5 minutes maybe. So I just finished the chicken. Here's it. It doesn't really look too special, but here's where we start having some real fun. So I'm gonna heat up the pan, okay? What we're gonna do is we're gonna slap a tortilla on it first. Here's the secret from my quesadillas. I've learned that to cheese crust both sides of the quesadilla. Okay, I'm gonna show you how to do it. It's pretty cool. It makes it taste a lot better, but it's also a lot more unhealthier. So you should not care about calories if you do this. Obviously I don't, because I like to eat and I like to eat good. Okay, so I'm just gonna let the tortilla heat up. I already put oil under it. So what we're gonna do right now currently is we're just gonna crust the first side. And how we do that is I'm gonna lift the tortilla from under the pan. I'm gonna get some cheese, okay, and I'm gonna put it on the pan. Okay, I'm gonna lift the thing, I'm gonna get some cheese, put it on the pan, slap the tortilla over it, so that way the cheese melts on the tortilla. Alright, now I'm gonna put some cheese here, on top of it. You can't care about the calories here, okay? We don't care about them calories. Put some chicken, because it is a chicken quesadilla. You want to spread out the chicken and the cheese when you do it up top here. Alright. So now that I crusted the cheese, make sure that the chicken is all spread out. And make sure that the cheese is, there's a good amount of cheese in there. Oof. I'm so sorry about the camera angles. I don't know how to work the camera. Which is bad. I'm gonna let this melt a little bit. Alright, we're gonna get the guac. I'm gonna slap some guac onto it too. And then after, you have to crust the other sides. Okay, now that I'm just gonna let the cheese melt real quick. And how we're gonna do that, I forgot. The other quesadilla, put it on here. We're gonna let it both form. To crust both sides, what we're gonna do is we're gonna flip it, and then we're gonna put the cheese under the pan again. Okay, and then it'll go delicious. But you gotta wait a little bit for the cheese to melt. I'm gonna try to show you the actual angle this time when I flip the technique behind flipping it, because it's actually quite hard and you have to do it pretty fast. You have to have full confidence. Alright, here it is. Alright, I'm gonna get that second tortilla thing off the pan. I'm gonna flip it, but when you flip it, make sure that you have confidence when you do it, because it's too hard for me. I'll be back. So something tragic happened. I used the wrong pan, or I don't know. Either I didn't put enough oil, or I used the wrong pan. But basically, what happened is I had to scrap everything I did. So here we go again. Lessons. You gotta take lessons in your mistakes. I think that mistake was I switched pans. I think the pan has something to do with it, because I did the same thing in college and it worked. So I'm gonna switch pans and I'm gonna add a little more oil and then see what happens. This update, this time it's not sticking. I checked by like putting my spatula under it. It was definitely the pan. I don't know. I just don't research enough, I guess. I just picked a random pan. Maybe, I don't know, probably like some non-stick pan is good. Make sure you use the right pan. I will show you what happens after you cheese crust the thing. Admittedly, this is not as good as I thought it would be. I kind of failed, but this is the final product. I ended up eating it anyways, cause food is food. I messed up. Don't put me in the kitchen. I forgot to film basically for the last 3-4 hours, but really nothing exciting happened. Right now I'm gonna take a walk with my family at Great Highway. It is currently 7, and it's still pretty bright, so SF's been kind of weird lately. Okay, so we ended up not going to Ocean Beach or Great Highway, and we're at like AP, and we're gonna be walking around. It's not really that interesting, but what is interesting.
Welcome back to Big Eats, everyone. I am your chef Leah, and this week's theme is Disney. I'm also wearing this Mickey Mouse t-shirt. Our special guest for this week is...
Should I come over there?
Yeah. It's Vicky!
Hi everybody!
Yeah, so this week, or this episode, we are going to make spaghetti and meatballs.
Got my Disney shirt ready.
Yeah. You know, spaghetti and meatballs are actually in a Disney movie. Can you guys guess in the comments?
Hold up a minute. I've seen every Disney movie. There's a couple of them with spaghetti meatballs.
Really?
Can you be a little more specific?
Okay. There are dogs in it. Yeah.
I have an idea. I think it's Bolt, but what do you think? Comment. I don't know which way the boxes go.
I don't know
Which
either.
ways?
Yeah. But anyways, let's get started. Our homemade meatball ingredients are some panko breadcrumbs, 2 eggs, some pork and ground beef, but you can use all ground beef or all ground pork, whatever you want. And then we also have some parsley and basil.
Also, some Worcestershire. You never know how to pronounce this stuff. Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
You could use soy sauce and a little vinegar instead if you don't have that. Crushed red pepper. Leah's all-time favorite. What is it? Put it in the comments. It's pepper. Salt. Oregano. Some grated onion. Some minced garlic. Parmesan cheese. And a little milk. But if you're lactose,
Like us.
you can still use milk.
Yeah.
Or you can use anything else.
Okay. On to our other ingredients. Our pasta sauce ingredients are olive oil, oregano, pepper, salt, grated carrot and grated onion.
And some paprika, basil and parsley, some minced garlic, crushed red pepper flakes, optional. If you like it a little spicy, you can put more. Some crushed tomatoes, or you can buy whole tomatoes and blend them up yourself in the blender, and a little bit of water. My favorite stuff is coming up. This is the ingredients for the pasta. We have olive oil, flour, some eggs, and salt. That's all you need. Alright children, you're going to need some gloves.
We are going to make our meatballs now. We're going to have 2 bowls because one bowl is going to have milk and panko. So do you mind putting that in? We are going to use...
Did you know that panko is Japanese and it's not open? So that's going to be difficult.
We're going to add 1 cup of panko.
Are you trying to boss me around? Because when I was a kid, I bossed you around.
Yeah.
Do you guys know that Leah and I are actually...
Brothers.
What do you think we are? How do you think we're related to each other? Comment below. Just FYI, we have the same grandma. I don't think that helps. Alright. What is this, 1 cup?
That's half.
She gave me a half a cup. So how many do I need? Do the math. The teacher name wants to do that. The answer is 2. 2 half cups equals 1 full cup.
Vicky, do you know what makes panko bread different from regular?
It's from Japan.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I don't actually know. I always use it when I make like tonkatsu and like I like to fry stuff in it.
Yeah.
But why didn't in breadcrumbs instead.
You could if you wanted to. You don't have to.
You can also make your own breadcrumbs, kids. Take a loaf of bread, dry it out. All those croutons you guys made, blend those up and those will work too.
Those croutons are so good. Okay, and then we add the milk. That is about a third of a cup. We're just gonna let this sit for 5 to 10 minutes while we make this. So I'm gonna have Vicky put all the stuff in, and then I'm just gonna like mush it together. So Vicky, let's put in the pork and the ground beef.
Pork in the ground. Alright, I'm gonna set this aside.
You can give this one. Oh. Okay.
Pork.
So pork and ground beef, and then we're gonna add the garlic to that. Why don't we just mix that?
Alright. If you notice, we're wearing gloves because it gets a little messy.
Safety is number one priority.
Most of the time, though, I like to just get my hands a little bit dirty and make sure you wash with warm, soapy water.
Yeah. You wanna crack the eggs?
How many of you know how to crack an egg?
One-handed. But if you don't know how to do one-handed, just do two.
So, I'll show you both. You tap it on something hard, like an edge, or you can do it on the edge of the bowl, and then pull it apart like this. One-handed, though, looks a little bit like this. Same thing.
Whoa.
That drip. No waste, kids. That's a lot of pepper, Leah.
I love it. I really do love pepper though.
It's a little scary.
How much? A lot? A little?
I like my spicy. Ooh, that's a. Yeah, let's do that.
It's good.
We can put more in the sauce.
Yeah. Okay, and then we have our Worcestershire.
Sneeze. Just too much pepper in the air.
My number one superpower. Pepper.
I might sneeze at some point, but it's not coming out.
Oh, and then we need a cup of Parmesan. I think a cup. Yeah, a cup.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Extra cheesy.
We love cheese.
Just gotta put it all in. Sorry, measurements.
Okay, I'm just gonna mix it up. It smells really good in here though.
It always smells really good in here.
Wow. I didn't expect it to smell this good. Do you want to hold the bowl for me? So I can go ultra triple max.
I don't even know what that means. Hey, Disney fact though. You see this guy right here? He doesn't quite look like Mickey Mouse because he's not Mickey Mouse. His name's Oswald. Guess what? He was the Mickey Mouse before Mickey Mouse was created.
Oh.
Walt Disney made him. He didn't get very popular, but Mickey Mouse did. Still love Mickey, but Oswald's got a special place in my heart.
Okay, this is all mixed up. So we are going to add our panko now.
Hey Leah, why did you put milk in these pancakes? You just made them soggy.
Well, it's to absorb. I don't know.
Hey, do you know why we put milk in the breadcrumbs? It makes it soggy. What do you think? Comment below or on the side. I don't know how you guys watch YouTube. But let me tell you, fact. The milk absorbs into the breadcrumbs, which keeps the meatballs extra moist and delicious.
Yeah. It's like slime, guys. You do this, and then you do the poke, and then you do the okay. Oh my. And then you stretch it out, and then you push
Hey,
it.
don't overmix that.
Oh, you're right. I'm just doing it very gently until it is just incorporated.
Right now, you could either go put this in the refrigerator for an hour if you have things to do, and that would help make it easier to shape because it would cool the meat down and cool the fats down. Or you can do like me and be impatient and just make them now. So now would be a good time to grab 2 sheet pans. You can line them with either foil or parchment paper. Just keeps the mess low. And then we have, what is this tool called?
It is a cookie, not cookie, an ice cream scoop. And you basically, that's a 2 tablespoon ice cream scoop. So you're gonna make 2 tablespoons. You're gonna put it into a ball and then you're gonna roll it up. But this just makes it a lot easier.
You can either scoop and plop, or you can scoop and then kind of get them into a solid ball.
Yeah.
Alright, after you've mixed all your meat, this would be a good time to either stick it in the fridge. The science teacher in me is going to tell you that when you put it in the fridge, the fats start to get solid, making it easier to mold. But, like me also, this is for impatient, so we're just going to cook. So now would be a good time to grab your pan. Line it with either foil or parchment paper, just because it gets super messy.
Yeah.
And you can use one of these. Hey kids, what's this called? Comment below or on the side. Don't actually know.
It's an ice cream scoop.
It's an ice cream scoop, but we're not scooping ice cream yet.
We're scooping meatballs.
Yeah, so it's a meat scoop now.
Just make sure it's about 2 tablespoons, or you can just use an actual tablespoon and just scoop 2 of those.
Yeah, or you can just use your hands and make a really big one.
That's true.
But if you make them weird sizes, they cook unevenly. So we like to keep it uniform around here.
And then you want to preheat your oven to about 425 degrees.
So you can grab your scoop, scoop your meatball, and then put it in your hand, and then make it into a nice ball. And meatballs don't really spread, so you can kind of keep them close together, not like cookies. Ooh, what's your favorite type of cookie, Leah?
My favorite type of cookie? That's really difficult. Either like a double chocolate mint chewy cookie, if that makes sense. Because I love chewy cookies over crispy cookies. And I also love chocolate and a mint combination. What about you?
I make a really good oatmeal chocolate chip cookie that is a fan favorite and pretty much one of my favorites too. Because it's chewy, but it also has those crispy edges that I really like.
Hey, I was about to say that oatmeal cookies are my second favorite.
Ooh, my oatmeal cookies, they're pretty good. Do you remember making them as a kid?
I do actually. I remember standing at your counter, measuring the oats, putting in but we didn't really put raisins.
No, raisins are gross. Do you like raisins? I don't like raisins. I'm of the anti-raisin club. Does that even make sense? Anti-raisin? No, anti-raisin.
club.
Is that a thing?
Probably.
When did you start realizing that you liked cooking, Leo?
When did I start? I think a lot of it was from a lot of influence from you and from like my other aunts, because I used to bake with them with my cousins, and I watched a lot of YouTube videos.
You have a favorite YouTube video? Cooking. How many of you guys watch YouTube cooking video? I do. I spend hours on it.
That's what.
Alright. If you fill up one tray, grab another tray.
Oh look, magic.
What happened with the smoke? You should get about 2 trays out of this, depending on your sizes.
You just gotta make sure your breadcrumbs are mixed in really well and not really
Would you guys make your meatballs really big or really small?
Ooh, like the IKEA size.
I like those
IKEA
ones. I
meatball
love
size.
meatballs. I miss IKEA. Other places you guys would want to go after this whole quarantine craziness is over? I would go to IKEA.
Disneyland, Disney Week.
Oh, I love Disneyland. Did you guys know that I've been to Disneyland over 50 times in my life? Yeah. Isn't that crazy? Sometimes I just go to Disneyland just to ride one ride and then go home. I mean, not here home when I was in college.
Oh, where did you go to college?
UC Riverside. It was 45 minutes away from Disneyland, and it was awesome. send you to Disneyland. Some of these are really big.
Should we take so if we have just this little one, but it'll cook a little unevenly, so what we're doing is we're just like grabbing it from the bigger meatballs.
Is that big enough?
Almost. Still a little small. What about that one? That was okay.
The other thing, pro tip, is that if you have these little meatballs, the middle of the pan cooks a little slower than the outside of the pan. So you can definitely put all the bigger ones on like the outside edges and put the smaller ones kind of in the middle.
Thanks
Cool.
for that tip.
You got a lot of meatballs.
Did.
Oh, they're rolling.
Okay. Cool. Now we're gonna pop it into the oven for about 10 to 12 minutes, and in the meantime, we're gonna get started on our sauce or pasta.
Alternatively, you could grill these or put them on your pan and heat them up in the pan. But we're gonna put them in the oven because all this would take forever in a pan. And if you like your meat extra crispy, which is like meat, you can broil them at the end. Alright, here we go.
Be careful when you take your gloves off. Just walk around the inside so you don't contaminate anything, and make sure you wipe your table down because raw meat is a little bit dangerous. Wash your hands.
Make sure you clean the table, children. You need to wipe the table with a regular cloth. Because you don't want to be eating Clorox.
Yeah, that would be a little yucky. After we clean the table, we are going to wipe it down with a wet paper towel so we don't need the Clorox, and then I'm going to wash my hands. So see you back in a minute.
Hey everyone, while Vicky and Leah are cleaning up a bit before they make the next part of the dish, we are gonna do Disney trivia in light of Disney week. So I'm wearing my Mickey sweater. Let's get started with our first question. You know the drill. So, which of these words does Ariel not sing in Part of Your World? Her song when she's in her like grotto and she's saying part of your world, right? Which of these words does she not sing? First one, gizmos, what's its, doohickeys, and thingamabobs. You have 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The answer is doohickeys. She does not say doohickeys, but she says gizmos, whatsits, and thingamabobs. Try saying that 5 times fast. Okay. Where does Nemo end up when he's captured in Finding Nemo? Where does he end up when he goes touch the boat? For this one, I'll give you some answers that you can choose from. So your choices are Vancouver, Canada, Sydney, Australia, or San Diego, California. Vancouver, Sydney, or San Diego. 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The answer is Sydney. He ends up in Australia. Ooh, fun one. What is Minnie Mouse's full first name? Bet you didn't know this one. I know I didn't. Here are your options. Melinda, Mary, Minerva. Which one is her full first name? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The answer is Minerva. I didn't know that one. Let's test some numbers. How many salad plates does Anna say they have in the song For the First Time in Forever? How many salad plates? Who knew we had how many salad plates? Who knew we had 8,000 salad plates? 8,000. Okay, last question it's about Flynn Rider from Tangled, which is Aaron's favorite Disney movie, if you remember from the last Big Eats. But why is Flynn Rider annoyed by his wanted posters? Why is Flynn Rider annoyed by his wanted posters? 5, The answer is they kept getting his nose wrong in the picture that they drew of him. Alright, I hope Vicky and Leah are back from cleaning.
Okay, we are back from washing our hands and the table, or wiping the table, and we are going to make our pasta. Vicky's going to teach us.
I'm actually going to make Leah do the work this time because apparently I watch these videos and it seems like her guests have to do all the work. In reality, this is my recipe, which I stole from the internet. So, grab your flour, and you're going to make a hole in the middle.
Like that. It's called a well, but you can also call it a hole.
And then to your flour, you're going to put a little bit of salt. Okay. Ready? And then you need to take your eggs. So you can either put it directly in your well, I call it a hole, or you can put it in a bowl and then mix it up and then put it all in together. If you would like to make your pasta fun colors, you could use a blender and blend in things like spinach. I usually make spinach pasta, and I blend in spinach in with eggs and a little bit of oil and salt, and then I pour that whole blend mixture in there. But today we're just going to make regular old, easy, simple.
So in this well, I'm just going to whisk up the eggs.
Oh. Okay. And while she's doing that, I'm going to pour in our tablespoon of olive oil. That's all right.
Yeah, because cooking isn't like baking. You don't need exact measurements.
If your dough is a little too wet, you can always add a little more water to it or a little more egg. If it's a little too dry, no, I got that wrong.
Yeah.
If it's a little too wet, you can add a little more flour. But if it's too dry, you can add a little more egg, or you can add a little more oil, or just a little bit of water.
Nice. Okay, everything is whisked in the center.
Cool. So, I like to use chopsticks, but you can use whatever you want at home. You can use chopsticks. Leah's using a fork. And so, you're going to start to blend. And you're going to start to, once all the eggs are beaten in the middle, you're going to start to mix the flour into that wet mixture. So.
Did you know that most pastas in the grocery store, the dried ones, are just made of water and flour?
None of this other stuff?
None of this other stuff.
Hey, someone's calling me. What's that noise? No, no, no. Someone calling you?
Amanda?
Oh, Amanda!
Hi everyone! Okay, so did you know that there are more than 350 different shapes of pasta produced in the entire world? I did not know that. I thought maybe there would be like 30 max, but 350, that's a lot. So I only know 2, and it's elbow and tortellini. So make sure you comment in the comments, and let's see who can beat me. I'll see you in the next one.
Whoa, I did not know that, Leah.
Wow. But you know, I think we can beat Amanda.
I think we should have a competition between, cousin competition.
Okay.
Who can name the most pastas?
Okay. Alright.
How many can you guys name? Here, we're gonna start. Wait, I'm gonna start. Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. Wait. Wait, on shoot? On paper? On paper?
Scissors, on scissors.
Okay, ready? Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. Yes, I go first.
Okay.
Wait, someone needs to keep count. Here are the points. Follow along.
Wait, this is so hard.
Penne.
Orzo.
Spaghetti.
Linguine.
Fettuccine.
Lasagna.
Rigatoni.
Bow tie.
Farfalle.
Angel hair.
Tagliatelle.
Spaghetti.
You said spaghetti.
No, I didn't.
Spaghetti. Play it back first
I
step.
said spaghetti. I said spaghetti.
Did I say spaghetti? Spaghetti.
No one says spaghetti. Okay. Well, it's your turn now. Please comment in the comments. Type in the comments, and let's see how many you can name.
Ravioli. Those are good.
Grace, can you tap my laptop before it sleeps?
Tortellini. Here is where you can either keep going with the fork, or God gave you these cool gifts. Love your hands.
I'm gonna go with the fork and use my gifts a little later.
Get a little dry.
Our eggs might have been a little too small.
So we might need another egg.
Yeah, it looks a little dry.
Take a look, kids.
It smells a little dry though.
It's a little dry, but again, let's get it messy. God gave you gifts for a reason. Here, I can do it. I'll make my hands here. I'll work. I'll do the work.
Oh.
Alright, so get your hands in there. You can kind of squish it around. It's a little very wet. Might not need the other end. So you want to mix all this together, and while you're mixing it, we're doing a thing called kneading. A little sticky.
It is pretty moist, huh?
Might not need that other egg. We'll see.
Yeah, so it depends on the size of your eggs. You might need to moisten this up a little bit more. But just wait for it to work.
Probably should have used the fork for a while longer, but that's okay. Alright, actually this is looking pretty okay.
Okay, so if you have a stand mixer now and you have a dough hook attachment, you're gonna knead it for about 10 minutes. But since we don't have a stand mixer, we're just gonna knead it on this cutting board.
So if you get all this stuck on your hand, the best thing to do is kind of dip your hand either in some flour, a little bit more flour, and get it off that way. Actually, this is looking really good. We might not need an extra egg.
Just gonna sprinkle some flour.
The flour keeps the dough from sticking to the cutting board.
Yeah.
If your dough is good, if you kind of rub your hands together like this, most of it should be able to come off your hands pretty easily. If it doesn't, if it's too wet, use a little flour. If not, you can just go wash your hands. If you don't have a pasta machine though, which I didn't have in the beginning, a lot of this is just going to be done by hand, which is really fun.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm going to put this on the board. We're going to get all those little chunks in there.
Yes.
It might look a little dry, but that's because the dough needs to rest.
Yeah. So when it rests, it lets the gluten rest, so it's a little bit stretchier, and it won't bounce back when you actually make it into noodles, and it'll give the flour a little chance to hydrate. So 10 minutes of this. What an hour workout. That way you can do it pretty well if you don't really know how to do what I'm doing. Is you push it with one hand and you kind of make an X, and then you push it with your other hand in the opposite direction. Like that.
How many of you have siblings at home? Now is a good time to ask them for their help.
Yes.
Or this could be a family activity. If you're not sweating by now, we're not working hard enough.
Okay, Vicky, let's hear some Disney facts trivia.
Disney fact, trivia. Did you know that Disneyland allows feral cats? Do you guys know what the word feral means?
Wild?
Yup, wild cats roam through their parks to actually scare away any actual mice that would be there. Mickey's the only mouse that's allowed in the park.
Wow, that's actually very smart. Must save them a lot of money too.
I've been on every single ride in Disneyland except for the Star Wars land ones. I've also been to 4 of the 6 Disney parks. Disneyland, Orlando Disney World, I've been to Tokyo Disney, and what's that other one? Oh, France. I've been to the one in Paris. In France, there's a whole area made just for Ratatouille. It's one of my favorite movies. What's your favorite Disney movie? You guys probably talked about this already.
Yeah, but you can say it again, or your second favorite one, or your top 3.
Did you know that the original Toy Story was not a Disney movie? It was a Pixar movie until Pixar and Disney came together in some year. I forget.
Cool. It's really important for you to knead your dough for the whole 10 minutes, because if not, your pasta won't turn out very well. What happens when we don't knead it enough?
It doesn't get chewy, so by kneading it, what you're doing is you're allowing the glutens, like almost like a rubber band, right? And that rubber band makes the dough like really delicious delicious and chewy. Otherwise, you get just kind of like mush dough. It's not as pleasant to eat.
So just make sure you knead it enough.
How do you guys feel about Leah doing all this work? It's pretty exciting, isn't it?
Is it? Not for me.
Alright, make sure you use your hand. You want to use the heel of your hand here to press the dough out and bring it back. We've been eating for 10 minutes now.
That's a lie. I've been kneading for like 5. She only kneaded for like a minute.
But what we can do is we're gonna ball it up here and we're just gonna put it in some plastic.
No, we have to do it for the full 10 minutes.
Not when you have a pasta machine, kids. Do you really, comment below, do you really want to be watching us for 10 minutes kneading dough?
No, she's gonna fast forward. Wait, can we actually finish kneading it though?
Oh no. You want your dough to come together so that it's one big ball. We've been kneading for 10 minutes now.
We've been kneading for 10 minutes now.
And the ball has come together quite nicely. If you push on it, it kind of springs back a little. So now would be a good time to put some plastic wrap. I'm going to try to do this a little more gracefully than Anson did.
Wow, that was very smooth, Vicky.
Thanks. I've had a lot of practice. Okay, this is now plastic wrapped. And we've covered it up so that the flour has time to absorb all that eggy goodness in there and the oil. And it also, while it's resting for 30 minutes, it's going to get softer and easier to work with. So we're going to clean up here and then we're going to make some sauce.
Yep, see you in a bit. We are going to start on our sauce now. We're going to put our pan on medium heat and add the oil. This recipe calls for a quarter of a cup, so that's a lot of oil.
It's also a really small pot, so we're going to have to go over and adjust as we go here. So make sure your flame is on medium heat.
Here you go. Once your oil is hot, you're going to add your grated onions, grated carrots, and your minced garlic. Is it hot yet, Vicky?
We're ready to go.
Okay.
Ooh, this, when you grate the onion, it creates a lot of juices, which are good, but also any liquid creates pocket.
Okay.
So,
Maybe not the liquid.
let's
Maybe we do the carrots.
do the carrots first. Carrots. Ooh, salt. Do that simple.
Let that simple.
Okay. And then we'll do
Probably want a bigger pot for this.
this is all we can find for now. And
Cook this for about 5 minutes so everything is softened.
once you get that onion in there and it's absorbed the oil, you can turn the heat up just a little bit. But in order to avoid the splashing, you turn the heat down.
Next tip.
Cooking pro. Check out my Instagram.
Easy yolks.
Carrot fact. Did you know that carrots are orange? And if you eat enough of it, your skin will turn orange too.
Oh.
Onion fact. Some people don't have the receptors in their eyes to cry when they're cutting onions.
How lucky.
I do though, so this is literally making me tear up. And also because it's so beautiful.
Look at all those colors. The white, the orange, the yellow. Do you cry when you cut onions? If you don't know, you should try it out. But if you do, you should type in the comments.
Okay, so our carrots, onions, and garlic are done. We're gonna add our water. I might sneeze.
You didn't even use any pepper yet.
I know. Huh. Okay, anyways, we're gonna add our crushed tomatoes also. This is danger. You don't want to splash.
Have your parent help you or make sure you pour low into the bowl
Yeah.
to keep from splashing. Ooh, this is going to be a little full.
Oh.
I don't like to waste, so I like to get every drop. You can ask Leah, I like to scrape containers to a point where there's like nothing left inside.
Yes. Okay. We're gonna add our other tomatoes, and then we're gonna add our we're gonna add a few pinches, 2 pinches of salt, and then our pepper. Oh, that is a very full pot.
If you want to, you can also pour it onto the spatula.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that kind of stops the splashing as well.
I think that's what we tried to do last time, but it didn't really work out for Brian and I. Especially because we used like diced.
Oh yeah, when you use dice.
Yeah. Do you want to add some pepper? I'll add the salt.
I also like pepper, but not as much as And our meatballs earlier weren't that salty, so you can always adjust.
Yeah, you can balance it out.
Now you can add a little bit of paprika.
Yeah. And our oregano.
This one's a little optional. Ooh, that is a lot.
That's okay.
It's gonna be.
Yummy. That was a lot of oregano. That's okay.
Do you know what paprika is made out of?
Paprika.
Fact. Let me tell you, it's actually made out of ground up dried bell peppers.
What?
You didn't know that, did you?
I didn't know that. Why do they call it paprika? Now that we've added most of the stuff, all we need to add is our herbs. You want to put it in?
Now would be a good time to put your chili flakes if you like spicy.
Oh,
but
yes.
We're making it a little spicy, but not too much. But we got some parsley.
Yep.
Parsley pretty much has like no flavor, but it's kind of cool in color. And
Yeah.
basil, I love smelling basil. It's delicious. Just get that all in there.
And then you're just gonna let this go to a boil, and then after it comes to a boil, you're gonna put it on low, and then you're gonna simmer like what we did for our lasagna sauce for 15 to 20 minutes.
If you had lasagna sauce left over, you could just use that.
You really
Or
could.
you could just push everything off the table like that and just buy a jar of sauce.
Oh, yeah.
See, like here, ding, Steph jar sauce.
Oh, yeah.
See, like here, ding.
I was a little bit afraid that Vicky would actually push things off the table. We're gonna let it sit, and then we're gonna do our pasta.
I have a pasta machine. I did not have a pasta machine before. I got this as a gift to myself because this is like the Ferrari of pasta machines. It's
Wow.
made in Italy. But you can always use just your hands and the table and a knife, and ask your parents for your help if you're using a knife and rolling pin. So when I
Yes.
first started making pasta with Leah, we used to have to roll
Yeah.
every noodle by hand, which was a little crazy. So we'll flour everything. The other thing, if you don't use a knife, parents, you can have a pizza cutter. Pizza cutters work great. That's what I use at home. And then you want to just chunk these into fourths.
And then the ones that you're not using, you also want to cover with your plastic wrap.
You're going to want to cut them into smaller chunks. So
Yes.
maybe like an eighth. And this is a good time. Kids, pasta can be any shape or size you like.
Yeah.
We're gonna make like noodle-y shapes because that's the shape of this machine. But remember, there's all these different types of pastas.
Yeah.
Over how many? 300?
Something like that.
300
Yeah.
something types of pasta. But my pasta machine has the attachment for fettuccine and spaghetti.
I'm just gonna roll out this dough, and it can really, you just basically roll it into a thin sheet that is paper thin, and then you'll cut it out.
One time though, when I was supposed to be taking care of Leah at SDC, I forgot to buy her lunch.
Oh, I remember that.
And I told my aunt that I would provide her lunch every day because I just give her half of whatever lunch I was eating because she was like in gummy bears at that time. And one day I forgot, and then she cried, and I felt really bad.
Let me tell you what happened from my perspective, okay? So
I was busy. Date camp is a lot of work.
It is. But it was lunchtime, okay? Everyone was getting their lunch. And I was a pretty shy kid, so I was just waiting patiently for Vicky to come.
Because I'm always late. I always brought her lunch. I felt so bad.
And it was okay. But I waited, and then a counselor asked me, Leah, have you gotten lunch yet? And I was like, I'm waiting for Vicky. And they're like, oh, do you want us to ask her where she is? Like, what she's doing? And I was like, okay. So they brought me down to the office. But little did they know, actually they did know, but oh yeah, make sure you stir your sauce sometimes. But Mr. Allen, he was the director too at that time, and he told us on the first day of camp, if we are ever in the office, we would be in trouble. That means we would be in trouble. And I was sitting in a chair, like in the office, because I was waiting for Vicky. And Mr. Allen came in through the door because I think he was getting lunch too. And he looked at me, and I will not forever forget the eyes that he gave me. It was like a fierce, like fire, and he was ready to unleash it on me. But then Vicky swooped in and she was like, oh no, I just forgot to get her lunch. And everything was okay. And then she got me lunch. But I did cry.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Do you guys remember Aaron from last week?
I do remember
Aaron is actually my friend.
He is.
And he got me this pasta tree.
Oh.
I call it
It doesn't really look like a
It's
tree.
called a pasta rack, a drying rack, but I call it a pasta tree. But do you know why? Watch this.
What? That's
Check
kind of
that
cool.
out. And it comes with this little stick here that helps us to move the pasta. So, here we go. I'm gonna show you guys how to do this. Here we go. So I'm gonna make, I like my noodles thick. If you like these whole sheets, the actual whole sheet of pasta like this thick, is actually called pappardelle. But we're gonna do fettuccine. So you're gonna stick it in and roll it. And halfway through rolling it, I'm gonna use this little stick here. It's pretty cool. You put it like underneath to catch it.
Uh-huh.
And then just keep rolling. Check that out. And it all comes out like this. Oh no, it's stuck. And while it's like this, you want to run it through a little bit. You can use a chopstick. How many of you guys have chopsticks at home?
I have chopsticks at home.
Definitely like to keep a pile of flour, and I like to run my pasta through this pile of flour so it doesn't stick. That's missing. Alright. Let's shake some of that off.
Okay.
And then what happens is when you get your pasta tree, check this out. You put it right here. And then, boom, dry.
Nice.
Let's hang up the rest of these. And then we're just gonna keep making pasta.
All right, so I have rolled out this sheet here, and it's pretty thin. I can see light. If you hold it up to a light, you should be able to see it.
It is extra thin.
Yeah, so this is thinner than that one. But what you can do to make your process easier, you don't have to where's the knife?
Over here.
Be careful when you're using a knife. Thank you.
Or you can use a pizza cutter.
Yes, or a pizza cutter, that's safer. Oh,
I need to wash that.
okay. Well, while she's washing it, I'll teach you how to cut this. Vicky is making her pasta in the machine, but I'll show you how to make it with knife or a pizza cutter. You fold, I think something just dropped. That's okay.
Mickeys are falling everywhere here.
So you fold the two sides kind of halfway, and then you fold it over like that, and then you just make strips.
Make sure you flour before you cook,
Oh yeah,
so it doesn't stick.
I did not flour, so hopefully it does not stick. But you basically just cut to whatever size you want. It looks like this. I think it's prettier than this one. Look, ugly, pretty. Anyways, I'm gonna put it on one of her arms. Yeah.
This
Only, I just don't know how I'm gonna get to Paradise Falls.
pot of water is on, and we just max that to high, and then
Just make sure you do remember to add salt because it flavors the pasta from basically like the inside out, because the pasta absorbs all that saltiness.
all right, our water is just about ready to boil, but I'm gonna keep it closed because it keeps the heat in. Wait, what's that noise?
Amanda, again?
Amanda!
Hi everyone! Okay, I'm back, and this time I have a special friend with me. His name is Barry, and we found out some pretty shocking news about pasta, and it's actually where pasta first originated from. So I'll give you 5 seconds to guess, and type your guesses in the chat box right now, and yeah, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, did you all say Italy? Well, I'm sorry to say, but pasta actually originated from China, and evidence of pasta dishes appeared in Italian recipe books in the early 1200s. That fact truly shocked me, and let me know if you knew that. So yeah, bye!
Hey, I'm Chinese.
Me too.
What? I didn't know pasta came from China.
We're all done.
All right, final run through, and I think the water is just about there.
Great.
Perfect timing. Pasta tree, oh pasta tree, oh pasta tree. I don't think that's how the song goes. So I'm just gonna put salt in the water. Remember, a little sprinkle in the pot, little over your shoulder. So once it's salted, we're gonna grab our pasta. We're gonna do our spaghettis. Ideally, these would have dried for like 30 minutes, but we're kind of hungry and in a hurry, so we're not gonna.
Wait, I'm gonna put a little.
I'm gonna grab all our spaghetti here and our ones in here. Need some more salt.
Just a little bit.
The amount I threw over my shoulder. And then we're just gonna sprinkle that in like that. You gotta loosen them when you put them in because they'll stick.
Yeah. And then you're gonna time it for maybe like 2 minutes?
Yeah, start with 2 and then you can check it and then put another minute if you need. You don't need a whole lot of time.
Okay, so we're just gonna put a little bit of sauce first.
All right, time to taste.
Ready? Okay.
Pasta cheers.
Cheers.
I shouldn't have taken such a big bite.
You have sauce on your face. What do you think, Vicky?
This is so good.
Yeah.
What's that noise?
You know, it's kind of putting me in the mood for more pasta.
More pasta. Yeah. It's weird though. Where's it coming from?
Just my hands. Okay.
Vitamins.
Okay. That's good.
Alright. Hey, if you guys make this, make sure you put a pic on Google Classroom because I'm excited to see your creations.
Yep.
We're gonna keep eating. See you guys later.
Bye.
Hi friends, this is Kaylee from the editing team. It's pretty late at night right now, but I want to chime here and introduce myself. Hi, I'm Kaylee from the editing team. I know you guys don't see me a lot, but I'm behind editing all of your favorite videos. I hope that you enjoy some of the videos I edited, like Thankful and Light of the World. Those were music videos you danced to. Since you guys don't see me a lot, I wanted to show you a day in my life, and I want to make it as real and close to my actual day as possible. Let's just get on to it. Now, let's get on to it. Good morning. Let's just not talk about how it took me 10 minutes to wake up in the morning, even though I woke up 10 minutes early to set my camera. Yeah.
So after I get out of bed, I like to make my bed, because that way I feel accomplished. Now I get dressed. Wow, that was fast. This morning I decided to be really fancy and put on this really drying mask because my skin is really oily and I have acne. So I wash my face, rehydrate my face, then slap it with it, and then have breakfast. Most of the time I would have some fresh fruits with some oatmeal, but we ran out of that. So I had this instead, a blueberry yogurt with banana and some chia seeds. Now in the afternoon, I did a really intensive research on how to make cinnamon rolls because I want to learn all the tips and tricks to making one. You can call this my afternoon snack or lunch at 3, but I had homemade treng fan. My mom made this, and I know it doesn't look so glamorous, but it's really good, and I like to have corn and pork in mine with a little soy sauce. If you don't know what treng fan is, it's okay. It's a really popular dim sum dish, and it's basically steamed rice rolls, and you can put whatever ingredients you like in it.
So after some really intensive research on how to make cinnamon rolls, I'm finally making them. and I never made them before. This is my first time, but it turned out really well. I know there were definitely some mishaps, but I think part of baking is making mistakes and learning from them so that you can improve and just continue making more, because baking is fun.
Now, I live in an Asian household, and my family treats the oven like it's a storage place. So they put all their pots and pans in here. So now every time when I want to use the oven, I have to take them all out.
Over here, so I got my flour ready, 4 cups of flour, and I got my enriched yeast mixture with butter and yeast.
Susan, what are you doing?
I am making a show. Now I need to add my room temperature
Oh,
eggs.
I'm very sorry, guys.
So, let me add that in. Should I add it in here? Now, most people do this in like a stand mixer, but I didn't have the right attachment, so I'm just gonna do it by hand. By the way, I'm making cinnamon rolls. You didn't know. Did you hear that, Kristen?
Huh?
I'm making cinnamon rolls. Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. They're basically like little rolls, but they're made out of cinnamon. There's one that's light, one that's dark brown, one that's light brown, and one is dark brown.
You're very wrong, Kristen.
And then they rolled up together.
Nope, you're really wrong.
So what are they?
Okay, so I preheated my oven temperature to low heat, which is 200. And basically the reason why I did that was so that when my dough was ready, I can place it in my oven. Hopefully by then it would be around like 100 or around 70 to 100. I'm looking for like 70, so it's just warm enough for the dough.
Like our pizza? The last time we got pizza?
Yeah, we made pizza yesterday, and I'm just really experimenting with yeast right now.
And it was made out of like some salmon fish.
No, I used tuna.
Tuna fish, lots of cheese. We have so many different kinds of cheese. We also put it we did not put on hot peppers. We also put it on some butter.
So this is what I'm doing right now. I'm combining my dough so that I can put it into a ball and let it rest. I totally forgot to add sugar and salt, so I'm gonna quickly do that. Oops. It asks this for 1/2 cup. Here's my salt. Salt should add as like a flavor enhancer, and sugar is just sweetening up the dough. So I lightly microwaved it, and now I'm just gonna put it in. And hope it dissolves,
And it blends in and makes it. You might want to add some.
So it's now done, because when I poke my finger in it,
It should rise back. It should rise back up.
No, Kristen, it doesn't stick to me. You want it to be still tacky, or else your cinnamon rolls won't be soft and
Smooth
and fluffy. Yeah, but it really feels like slime, and I'm really tempted. So yeah,
But it
now
doesn't stretch.
you put it in the oven and let it poof for around like 30 minutes. Here you go. And my oven is nicely warmed up because I preheated at first, and now I let it poof.
While my dough is poofing in the oven, I'm making my filling. It only contains 3 ingredients: a lot of butter, a lot of cinnamon, and a whole ton of brown sugar. I'm mixing this in my really old stand mixer, but hey, it works. You know, considering how much I bake, I still don't have a spatula. So this is what I'm using in place of a spatula. My handy rice spatula. Yes, that's right, I'm using that. Did I also mention I don't have a rolling pin, so I'm using a wine bottle for my rolling pin. This is the sort of stuff my sister does on a daily basis. It is great, it is fun, I totally appreciate it. So now I'm just cutting up my cinnamon rolls into 12 equal pieces and putting it into my tray. It looks like the knife I'm using is really aggressive and really large, but it's a knife I've been really used to and using my entire life. So now I'm putting it back in the oven so it can poof one last time before I bake it. Now I'm cleaning up so I won't get in trouble, but I also think that every time you do something and you create a mess of your own, it's important that you clean up after yourselves. Wow, they have poofed beautifully, and I preheated my oven at 375. Over here, I made myself a green tea glaze, and basically this is just creme brulee, green tea creme brulee that didn't get finished, and I basically just poured it out, and I think I'm gonna put it on top of the cinnamon rolls, and it's super good. So I use a piping bag, then piped my cream on top right now, and I'm actually really proud of it. Honestly, no matter how good something is, my parents will always respond to me in either okay, it's not good, or don't ever make it again. It will never be better than okay. So I'm eating my last bit of cinnamon roll, and I think it's actually really, really good. It's really fluffy if you look at it, and I really like the green tea frosting on top. Like, honestly, I think I could have done with more stuffing and more sweetness, because I thought it would be really, really sweet, but I think I could have added more sweetness. And is it good?
Yes.
What do you like about it?
The cinnamon taste is very, very good. And like on the bottom, very crunchy.
Well, let me see. Turn it around. I'm packing some for my grandma right now, and yeah, I'm gonna give it to my grandpa so he can bring it to my grandma. Yeah. So later that evening, I thought the cinnamon rolls can be a little sweeter, so I added a cream cheese frosting on top. I just wanted to try my film camera today to take some photos of my grandpa before he goes back, because he's been staying with us for a couple of days. And yeah, so I'm just gonna try it out and see. What? Why? It doesn't sit in my camera. Why is it so long? Shoot. I might have brought the wrong thing. I think I got the wrong thing. This was like 40 bucks. Why? This doesn't fit into my camera. This is too long for this. Oh no. Can I even get a refund? Shoot. I might just sell it on eBay or something. But this is so disappointing. Why doesn't it fit? Getting pretty late at night, I finish up some editing, make some thumbnails, and do other important things on my laptop. I started doing chores when I was pretty young because I used to get paid. But over time, my parents stopped paying me, and I continue to do my chores because if I live in the same household with them, I feel like it's important that I also maintain the space as clean as it can be. And I also feel like after you finish your chores, you just feel so empowered. Near the end of the day, I usually reflect about what I did in that day and I plan tomorrow. I think what's really neat about journaling is 10 years from now, you can still read the journal and see what you did today. Usually this is the time where I write down my thoughts and spend time in the Lord and everything in between. The last thing I do before I go to bed is I clean all my devices because throughout the day it collects a lot of bacteria and oils from my skin. And then I go to bed. Good night! Till next time, thank you for joining me on my day in my life.